percentage employed is increasing, and the employment rate went up. Again, it was just released today. I'm not sure who released it. So, the number of people actually employed is going up. Unemployment is still going down. And what's even more exciting is the output is efficiency is increasing. So, and this is projections that I did my due diligence and checked a number of different sources, and these are estimates from a number of different sources of what's going to happen next year in the market. Our inflation rate's only 2%, so everything is positive for the future next year.
Yeah. So I mean, to put some statistics on this for those that are listening. So the government just put out the jobs numbers for December 2018. The estimate was for job creation of 184,000. It actually came in substantially higher at 312,000. That's an absolutely horrific number. And they also revised upward the November number. So the November number was originally put at 155,000 job creation. This is non-farm payroll. But they upped that to 176,000. And I think we've created jobs in this country for something like 112, 115 months in a row, which is a record for the United States, and we break it month after month after month. And that is a really great sign for the economy. It would be hard to argue against that. No, Dean?
Absolutely. I'm not at all concerned. We're still the strongest economy in the world by far.
And what's also impressive is that for the first time in a long time, we're seeing wage growth begin to increase. Now, it's not increasing exponentially. It's not explosive. But the wage growth year over year is 3.2%, and that's a very, very good number. And if things were different in this country, in the political realm and in the media, I think that would get a lot more attention. But for a whole bunch of reasons, it's not something that's going to get highlighted. But regardless of your politics, that's really good news for the country that many Americans are earning more than they were before. Good stuff.
Absolutely. And the projections I got for other countries, the U.S. is still one of the highest projected growth rates. European Union's only expecting a 1.4% increase in gross national product next year, whereas the U.S. is 1.7. So it might be not as great as this year, but still greater than any other of its trading partners.
Yes, and you and I, Dean, did a call for some of my clients, many of who used to be your clients. You and I did a similar version of the discussion we're having today, and the purpose of that call with that clients, just like it is now, is not to give any personalized investment advice, but in general, you and I are in agreement that if investors have a long-term perspective and they remain diversified and they're taking an appropriate amount of risk for their goals and objectives, that this correction, this tough market we had in 18 and especially in the fourth quarter, is not something that's really going to upend a good long-term investment strategy. Would you agree with that?
I would agree. In fact, I would say that if you have a holding that you wanted to buy but it was too high, now's a good time to buy. I'm not recommending you do that, but basically you're a lot closer to the bottom than you are at the top right now.
So I kind of have the feeling, it's not a guarantee, that the worst is behind us. Anything can happen. There could be another shoe to drop. You could have something out of left field happened. Who the heck knows? But I'm increasingly feeling like the worst is behind us and that the market put in the lows somewheres around Christmas Eve. Would you share that opinion?
I really haven't given short-term movements much thought. I really would hesitate to say anything. I tend to agree with you, but I'm like yourself. I'm very cautious of giving any advice to do anything other than plan your need for income so that you have it and something that you're not going to have to sell. And just stay the course, stay disciplined, and you're going to end up in a good place at the end. It's the only thing I could say, really.
Beautiful. And, we talked about a number of things today, and I used this quote when we were on the phone with my clients, and it's from Warren Buffett, who's widely considered the greatest or one of the greatest investors of all time. And the quote is, "The stock market is a device for transferring money from the impatient to the patient." And I think your perspective is much like mine, that at times like this, patience will be rewarded and impatience will probably not serve most people most of the time well. I think that's a great quote from legendary Warren Buffett. You have anything to add to that?
I would just say that if you want to be successful, you really have to take the long view versus the short view. One of the common mistakes that people make is their time frame for decision making is so short that it really hurts them. So, and I know you have the same attitude that I have. You're investing for the long term. You're not trying to get a quarterly, report so your stock might go up because you have your earnings go up over a quarterly basis. That's irrelevant. Basically, getting the quality investments, and I know you do your due diligence and you search out the best investors you can by sector. There's nothing else you can do. You just have to be patient and just say, hey, look, I'm invested, I'm diversified, as the population grows, my investments are going to grow. I'm going to sit back and let this fury of emotions lay its course, but I'm going to stay disciplined and do the right thing.
Beautiful. Well, Dean, thank you again for taking time out of your day to spend some time with me and my listeners. I truly appreciate our friendship, the partnership we have, the business deal that we had. You've been really valuable to me, and I know for many, many people that you've worked with over the years. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Well, and thank you for your attitude. I've been in the business so long, it's rare to have someone, I'm saying this in all reality, the ethics and the discipline and the knowledge that you have, you're doing a good job.
Beautiful.
Appreciate what you're doing for my clients.
For those of you who are listening, if you want to get more information about me and the rest of the team at Elliott Wealth Management Services, please visit our website, www.elliotswealth.com. At the website, you could subscribe to this podcast, which would be great. You could sign up for a complimentary consultation where we could discuss your goals, objectives, and how we can help you through this market turmoil and win with investing and money over the long term. Lastly, at the website, you could also sign up for our monthly mailing list. I will be back with you very soon for the next episode of the Simply Financial Podcast. Thanks for listening.
The views expressed are not necessarily the opinion of SagePoint Financial Incorporated and should not be construed directly or indirectly as an offer to buy or sell any securities mentioned herein. Investing is subject to risks, including loss of principal invested. Past performance is not a guarantee of future results. No strategy can assure a profit nor protect against loss. Please note that individual situations can vary. Therefore, the information should be relied upon when coordinated with individual professional advice. Please note the information being provided is strictly as a courtesy. When you link to any of the websites provided here, you are leaving this website. We make no representation as to the completeness or accuracy of the information provided at these websites, nor is the company liable for any direct or indirect technical or system issues or any consequences arising out of your access to your use of third-party technologies, websites, information, and programs made available through this website. When you access one of these websites, you are leaving our website and assume total responsibility and risk for your use of the websites you are linking to. Securities and advisory services are offered through SagePoint Financial Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC. Insurance services offered through Elliott Wealth Management, LLC, not affiliated with SagePoint Financial.
It was a New York scene from a small town dream. I was flying high, I was feeling fine. I won't be put in line, 'cause I'm ready to do my time.
Simply Financial is part of the Exvadio Podcast Network. You can find Exvadio podcasts at exvadio.com/podcast, the Apple Podcasts app, iTunes Store, iHeartRadio app, Spotify, Stitcher, and wherever you find podcasts. So join us and stay informed and entertained.